Moldings are on. I have a few screws that I need to get. I was a little short, so I need to go to the store and get some. Luckily, the hardware store has them, and they look almost identical to the ones that the car had. Still have to do some touch-up, clean some of the areas up. But overall, I think it came out great. Here's the other side. This one's done. Clean some of the extra stuff. So, got the gap in here done. Just need to clean up some of the areas. The next step is to put the vapor or water barrier that goes here. I don't have the original one. I've heard of some people using some construction plastic. I'll probably do that. I do have the ones for the doors, but I was thinking it was gonna come with the rear as well, but it does not have it. So I can put the trim on, I may just cut some of that plastic because I have some, and I'll order some of the other stuff and change it out later, or I may just wait for it. I'm not sure yet. Either way, I want to get this done. So I'm gonna mess around with some of the panels and just kind of see where it takes us. So I'm getting the weather strip mocked up so I can go ahead and put the adhesive on there to put it on. Went ahead and started at the bottom, and this is not glued yet, and I just kind of wanted to see how it's gonna look and to see any potential problems. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just start on this side here and just work my way around. I'll probably do the trunk too. Maybe put the seam right in the middle somewhere. Here's the weather strip installed. Gonna let it dry a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to put the rear quarter window in so I can put the trim on and at least finish this side. I got the glass aligned. It's a tight seal across the top. I still have to push it up a little bit more. It still has a little bit more room to go up a little bit, but I tested everything and everything looks good. Got the rear done as well. It's looking real nice. I also got the inside on. I have the window handle right there that I need to install. Should be really easy. Got the holes for the mirror. I just have to put some screws. I got some screws, black screws, to go on the ends here, and then that should finish this up. Still have to do the other side, so need to align the glass. I got screws to go along the weather strip on the top so I can put this on, so hopefully I can get that done today. We'll see how far we can get to today. So if I can at least get the door panel in, I'll call that a success for today. So let's go ahead and get that tackled. Okay, so I got everything mocked up. I think it's gonna work out good. I did the exact same thing on the other side. So now that I know it's gonna fit good, I'm actually not gonna trim the bottom. It's a little long, but I think it can live in the crevice there. So I'll just start on this side here, put some of that 3M adhesive, and start at the bottom, do maybe 12-inch section at a time till I get to the other end. And then that should be it for that. Just wait for it to dry up, and then I can start adjusting the window. Okay, I got it done. Came out really nice and tight. Went ahead and used that little trim tool to kind of get it in the little grooves that it has, the little channels inside of here. I don't know how much I can adjust. I'll probably adjust it a little bit, but I don't think I can do it all the way because I have to put the window in, and I want the glue, especially in this corner, to dry. And it's gonna take a little bit to dry, so by that time I'll probably be ready to call it a day. So I may wait till tomorrow and get that done, just to make sure that everything's nice and dry and it doesn't start to sag. Because once you get the window there, it's gonna be a pain to get that fixed, because I'll have to remove the window to get to this so I can put glue in it. So I'll probably just wait. But there's plenty of things to do, so we'll see what I can get done with the adjustment, just a little bit, to kind of get it closed so I won't have to do as much tomorrow. So I kind of played with them a little bit. So these are your stoppers here, and you lower it or raise it depending on how you want the window to be. So right now it looks like, when I close it, that the front, you have to do it slow too, because you have these little metal pieces here. Make sure it doesn't hit. So it looks like it's fine in the front, but back here it's kind of touching the molding. So I need to lower this stop here a little bit so I can lower the window down some. And then I can also play around with this here, and it kind of moves this forward and backwards to kind of tweak it a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that up, lower it some, and see what it looks like. All right, here, roll the window back up. Let's close it slowly. Front still looks good. This looks better, but it looks like it's tilted this way a little bit, so I need to lower it just a tad more and see what that looks like again. It's a little difficult to see since it's getting dark, but the gap looks pretty good all the way across. Maybe a tad tighter here, but I'm assuming that it's gonna seal up pretty good. So I'll wait and see until I put the rear window and see what the gap is, if it's even all the way across. If it is, I'll call that good. I may still have to tweak it just a tad, but it's coming along pretty good. Let's see if this fits. Looks close enough to me. Probably needs a little bit more tweaking, but for the most part, it looks like it's gonna seal up just fine. And that's the main thing. I don't think these cars were aligned all that well to begin with. So for now, this is going to be good enough. Step at a time. Got the plastic there. Need to do the one on the door. When I was test fitting the seats, I noticed that the section here, you can see. So originally, I had painted these red, or had them painted with the car. But since you see the gap in between, then obviously it kind of has to be matched to the whatever seat colors you have. These were, I think, blue, maybe black blue, not sure. But anyway, I'm gonna get them painted black so you don't see it in that gap. There's a guy that on YouTube that mentioned something about putting vinyl or something. I guess you could do that. He may not have had these, or maybe he has a fold down seats, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure these were painted black, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint these to match the seats and put them on so we don't have any ugly spots there. I got that barrier that goes between the door and the trim panel that goes on the outside installed. Still need to stick a few sections in. I went ahead and used this 3M product, the butyl tape, same stuff that I use for the trim, you know, the aluminum trim around the windows and stuff. So I've heard some people using that, so that's what I did there. And I'll go ahead and put the final touches in the outside and pretty much call that good. I did have to cut the holes for the handles. I have to remove that chrome piece, the latch, so I can get that plastic behind there, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a little. Here is the piece that's gonna go back there. This one should be a little bit easier. The one for the driver's side, you have to cut out the section for the mirror, which it's not bad, but kind of screwing it in from the inside is kind of difficult. So I need to put in the clips. They provide the clips. They go back here, and then I need to install it in the door. I got this kit from CJ Pony Parts, but it's from TMI, and it seems to have, I got everything that's needed to do it. It has the lock things, which I'm gonna use the original ones. These are the same, just the original ones are original to the car. The door lock deals, these are plastic. They look kind of cheap, so I'm not gonna use them. I'm gonna use the ones that came with the car. And then there's a crank for the window. Here's the armrest, and here is the plastic that I was talking about. So I'll go ahead and remove that latch to open the chrome latch there, and put the clips on the trim here, install that, and then move on to the next item. Okay, I got the clips installed, and they're pretty simple to install.
kind of one directional. So now I just need to take this out over there and install it. I went ahead and cut out the handle and for the bolts and stuff. This one I just kind of poked the hole through, so we'll go ahead and get that on the car. Alright, let's finish up the door, putting the armrest on. Here's the back rest piece. Here's the other one. It goes just like that. There's screws that go in through here, and just line it up with these two little brackets here and tighten it up. So I'll get my two screws that it came with and bolt this onto the door. Time for the handle or the latch, whatever it's called. This one's the original Ford one. It's not bad. It's a little pitted, but got this new one with that kit. Does not have any Ford markings in it, but it looks good. So we're gonna put this on. Right now. Time for the window crank, and it came with two of these washers. Go right there, and the crank. So let's open that up, see what it looks like. Pretty nice. Not bad. All it needs is a screw, and that should be it. So I'll go get my screwdriver and get that on. Perfect. And here we are, guys. Door's looking good. Need to clean up the scuffs here. It's been sitting for a little bit, but overall came out pretty good. Window works. Coming along. Here's where those trim pieces that show through the seats go on each side, and here are the trim pieces after they've been painted. So they go somewhere around there with just 2 screws, top and bottom. So I'm gonna put these back on and see what it looks like. And here they are installed. It looks a lot cleaner You can tell once you put the seat back there, it's gonna look real good with the rest of the trim. So move along to the next thing. I don't know if I should do the package tray mock-up or maybe paint the front dash. So I'll go figure it out and kind of go from there.
Okay, so I got a little carried away off camera. As you can see, got the rear trim installed, almost. I need to do the bottom piece still. Went ahead and caulked it with that adhesive that you put on the window to keep it from leaking. It's all the way in that channel, all the way in the inside and outside. It's a pretty messy job. I thought I was doing pretty good keeping it clean. I taped everything in the paint and the glass, but whenever you go to clean it, that's when the mess really starts. That stuff just mirrors everywhere. So just be cautious. I went ahead and used gloves. I was gonna use that 3M stuff that people recommend. I did order some, but they never really sent it, and I was tired of waiting for it, so I went ahead and just went to eBay. You can also get it on Amazon. I got this stuff just to have the glove to keep it from drying. I don't think it dries completely, but just to be safe. So it's not that expensive. Hopefully it works good, because I do not want to do that again. It's not difficult at all. It's really easy. If you can use a caulk gun, you can do this. It's just really messy. So, you know, you can kind of tell from what I cleaned it. I also did the paint of the front dash. I need to do some research. I don't know if the VIN gets, you know, like a metal finish, chrome finish, aluminum finish, whatever it is. But the dash actually looks pretty good. I went ahead and used a flat paint on there. Keeps the sun from reflecting and hitting your eyes. And I went ahead and worked on the package tray in the back too. That black stuff, it's sound deadening stuff that we put in our game room upstairs. I had some left over. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I just kind of mocked it up in there. There's the speakers, and I also had to make some spacers, which is what these are. I'm gonna mount them from underneath the package tray or inside the trunk up instead of sitting on top and looking kind of ugly. I saw a picture and video of some guy. He did like the spacers on top, and it's sticking up like 1.5 to 2 inches above, and it just kind of looks ugly. I wanted to make it all flush. I don't feel like spending the time. I'm sure I can figure it out to do it. You know, make everything just one solid height. And maybe I'll change it up later on. For now, I really just need to get this done so I can install the rear seat, because everything is tight in together. It's kind of a mess. So I'm just tired of having the car like this. So I have to get the package tray done so I can install a trim piece that goes in the front, so I can install the backrest for the seat, because underneath these two little tabs here and there, you have some screws, and you have some tabs on the back of this, and it secures it, and then you can slide this up in there and lock it in place. Here's a little mock-up of everything. Still not sure about that black mat. Just don't know if it's gonna be too thick or if it's gonna be too much, or even if the vinyl's gonna stick to it, because I have to stick that black stuff to the wood and then the vinyl to the black stuff. So that's why I haven't really decided. But if I'm looking to the back from the driver's seat, that's what I'm gonna see. Made some more improvements on the car. Take a look. Got the package tray all done. Well, at least covered with that leather vinyl. It has a nice texture to it, and it matches the seats pretty good. Speakers are in. They're not wired. Got the Mach 66 on. Now I'm just gonna put the finishing touch on top. And it's finally in. Back seat. It's a lot of steps to get the back seat in. The sides look good. The back trim looks good. I just have to put those two little trim pieces, and the back will be pretty much finished. So now I'm gonna move on to maybe clean those two pieces and the dash pad in the front, and maybe get the pillar moldings on, and I think that'll be pretty much it. Then I can get these seats on, and I need to call the glass guy to come get the glass installed. It's exciting. Got the dash where it's gonna sit. Need to put the two screws that go on each side. One there, and then the other one's over there somewhere. Got the pillar molding in. I kind of scuffed it up a little bit, so I might have to touch it up with some paint. I need to install the trim that goes along here. Right now I'm gonna focus on the seat. I need to get the back installed so I can put it in the floor and you know, just leave it alone. I'm tired of carrying these seats back and forth, so hopefully I can get that done and quit messing with that, and then just kind of move on to the little stuff like the front trim and stuff. I need to restore it. I was gonna get new ones, but for now I'm gonna try to reuse the old ones, just maybe paint them like I did the backs. I think they came out pretty decent, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the seat knocked out for now and then move on to the next. All right, I'm getting ready to put the bolts in, so it's kind of difficult to find it, so I'm just gonna heat up this little chisel that I have here, and then put it in the hole, and it'll do two things. So locate the hole, and also it's gonna let me put the bolt in a lot easier. So go ahead and heat this up real quick, and I'll show you how it's done. And just like that, we got the seats installed. Starting to look more like a car. Okay, so trying to redo the dash plastics that are on there to kind of tie in the car a little bit better. I came up with a couple of things. A lot of people, you know, you have two options, and I already did one of them. You have this chrome Rust-Oleum paint that people use and like it. I've used it too, and for some stuff it works great. For other stuff, it just doesn't look quite right. Like here, for instance, it just looks like gray paint, and I don't really care for it too much. So I went on Amazon and just kind of looked for, I tried using maybe some vinyl. I thought it was going to be flexible enough to put it around, and it wasn't really working. So I scratched that idea. Then I thought about wrapping the whole thing and then just cutting out the 1/8 strips all the way around. That was going to take too long. So I came across this liquid chrome pen. Here's the brand. there was a couple that I was looking at. I bought the 2-pack. You can buy a 1-pack if you want. And it has 2 tips. It has a fine and it has a, like a highlighter type pen. That's what the tip looks like. So went ahead and tried it on this, and let me tell you, it looks like the original chrome. I mean, it's pretty much chrome in the pen. The video doesn't really give it justice, but I'm telling you, it looks as original as it did before. Here's the original chrome. Probably looks better than it did before. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it on this one because I don't really like how this came out. I mean, and if you look at it from far away, it looks okay. But compared to this, it just doesn't look original enough to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and repaint this to make it match like that there. And here's a close comparison of the two, pretty much right on top of each other. So as you can see, here's the chrome paint from Rust-Oleum, and this is that pen. It just has a nice chrome gloss to it. And the way I found it works better, you have to go slow, but you press down on it to kind of get the liquid into the tip. You go about maybe 2-3 inches, and then you go back the other way, and it fills it in nice. Because at first I tried to do the whole thing, go and try to keep a steady hand, but then it's not quite wide enough to get the entire strip done. So I found that just doing it little by little, you go over it, come back, go back the other way, press it, get some of the ink out, do the same thing, and then just kind of go all the way around like that. And that gives it a much better clean line. So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish doing this and see what it looks like afterwards. Alright, so there it is. There's a few little smudges that I have to clean up, but overall I think I'm pretty happy with this product. Definitely recommended. I was looking for something that looked just like chrome, and I didn't want to buy some reproduction pieces, so this actually worked out great. I am extremely pleased with it. I never really liked that too much for this kind of thing because I've painted some small stuff, and to me it doesn't look like chrome. But some stuff says it's chrome and it doesn't look like chrome, like the light bezels in the Mustang. I painted it with that and it looked exactly like how the original one looked. So for that works perfect. But for this, it didn't. So this actually just looks amazing. I am really, really happy the way it came out.